Question 10. Question 10. Answer D. Answer D. Four variables and three equations. DS. Of 400 students in a certain university, 30% major in business, and 40% go to private equity fund. What is the number of students who both major in business and go to private equity fund? Condition 1. The number of students who neither major in business nor go to private equity fund is half of all students in the university. Condition 2. The number of students who go to private equity fund but do not major in business is 2 times the number of students who major in business but do not go to private equity fund. Solution. Now we will solve this DS question using the variable approach. You are likely to get D as the answer when the difference between the number of variables and the number of equations from the original condition is just 1. The cases in this scenario include when there is 1 variable, or when there are 2 variables in 1 equation, or 3 variables and 2 equations, or 4 variables and 3 equations. The answer is likely to be D in each of the cases, as both conditions are likely to give 1 equation each, resulting in more equations than variables. Let's apply the 3 steps suggested previously. Follow the first step of the variable approach by modifying and rechecking the original condition and the question. We have to find the number of students who both major in business and go to private equity fund if 30% major in business and 40% go to private equity fund out of 400 students in a certain university. Just reading this question makes you feel depressed, right? But no worries. All you have to do is practice making a table like the one below. This is the modification, which is the first step of the variable approach. This question is currently the most frequently appearing question type on the GMAT math section. We call this a complementary 2x2 question. We will modify the original condition by filling up the table with the variables as shown below. PEF business major A, PEF non-business major B, PEF total, 40% of 400, which equals 160. Non-PEF business major C, non-PEF non-business major D, non-PEF total C plus D. Total business major, 30% of 400, which equals 120. Total of non-business major, B plus D. Overall total, 400. So, we need to know the value of A. Follow the second and third steps. From the original condition, we have 4 variables, A, B, C, and D, and 3 equations. A plus B plus C plus D equals 400. A plus B equals 160. And A plus C equals 120. To match the number of variables with the number of equations, we need 1 more equation. Since conditions 1 and 2 will provide 1 equation each, D would most likely be the answer. Recall 3 principles and choose D as the most likely answer. Let's take a look at each condition. Condition 1 tells us that the number of students who neither major in business nor go to private equity fund is half of all students in the university. That is, D equals 400 over 2, which equals 200. Now, we can add A plus B equals 160 and A plus C equals 120 to D equals 200 to get A plus B plus A plus C plus D equals 160 plus 120 plus 200 equals A plus B plus C plus D equals 480. Substitute A plus B plus C plus D equals 400 in it to get A plus 400 equals 480. That is, A equals 80. Since the answer is unique, this condition is sufficient. Condition 2 tells us that the number of students who go to private equity fund but do not major in business is 2 times the number of students who major in business but do not go to private equity fund. That is, B equals 2 times C. Now, substitute this value of B in A plus B equals 160. So, A plus 2 times C equals 160. Now we will subtract A plus C equals 120 from it. That is, A plus 2 times C minus A plus C equals 160 minus 120, or C equals 40. By substituting 40 for C in A plus C equals 120, we get A plus 40 equals 120, or A equals 80. Since the answer is unique, this condition is sufficient. Wow, this is a great solution. In the actual exam, just choose D as the answer. When we look at the two conditions, we see that the result of condition 1 is equal to the result of condition 2. And tip 1 then tells us that the most likely answer would be D. Each condition alone is sufficient. So, D is the correct answer. Answer: D.